Are you willing to do that? Heard a song by Meatloaf. Now, I'm not a Meatloaf fan, didn't really know a lot about him, but I heard the song on the radio, looked him up, very interesting looking dude. But he has a song where he says, I'll do anything for love. But he ends it by saying, but I won't do that. So my question for you is, are you willing to do that? Because oftentimes doing that is oftentimes the one thing that forces us outside of our comfort zone. So it's not always something that's easy. It's not always something that we would rather be doing, but it may be something that's necessary to take your relationship to the next level, to take your career to the next level, your financial situation to the next level. The day I walked out from behind those barbed wire fences, I didn't have a lot, but I had a note in my pocket that was worth more to me than anything else. And on that note, I had written many of the things that I hoped to achieve in my life. I wanted a car that didn't backfire. I wanted a career. I wanted a wife, a family. I wanted a house with a fireplace. And I don't know why, but as a little boy growing up in South Central LA, I believed that all wealthy people owned a Persian cat. So on my list, I had written Persian cat because I knew one day I hoped to become wealthy. The other thing that I had written down at the bottom of that list was I had written down 6 figures. I hoped to one day earn 6 figures. Didn't know how, but I just wrote it on the list. In order to achieve the things on that list, it would require me to do some things that would make me uncomfortable. It would require me to step out of my comfort zone. It would require me to do that. I mean, when I stepped out from behind those barbed wire fences, my first job that I took was a maid. I'll clean homes. I had about 4 houses that I would clean every couple weeks. I met people at the grocery store, single moms, people that were just busy and didn't have time to do it. I said, I'll do that. I will do that because it's necessary for me. Do I want to do that? Is that something that I saw myself doing? No. But it was an opportunity that came up, so I said I'm willing to do that. My second job, I worked at a pizza place. I could make the hell out of a thin crust pizza. I worked 3 days a week, making $5.15 an hour. I wasn't going to get there to that number I had written working there, but that was a necessary stepping stone for me to get to where I'm at today. Did I enjoy it? Nah, but it was necessary. I'm going to ask you a question. ¿Estás dispuesto a aprender otro idioma? Are you willing to learn another language? As I rose up through this company, it was necessary for me to learn another language. It was something that I didn't know that what I could do, but it was necessary. I recognized it. At the time, I had a supervisor who complained about some of the individuals that didn't know English, and he said, he was a supervisor. He said, why don't these people learn English? My thought process was, well, you're the supervisor. Why don't you meet them where they are? Why don't you learn another language? So I began to learn 1 word a day until I could communicate effectively. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm walking around speaking Spanish. People knew I wasn't Dominican. They knew I wasn't from Cuba. It was hard for them not to notice. So I began to rise up through the company to the position that I have today. What's the that in your life? What's that one thing that maybe you don't want to do? So one thing that maybe forces you to step outside of your comfort zone. It makes you uncomfortable. It extends your day. But it may be necessary for you to blow the doors off of your relationship. It may be necessary for you to blow the doors and help in order for you to take your career to the next level. Maybe that may require you to go home and spend some time studying, or it may require you to take a course that extends your work week. No one wants to do that, but it may be necessary. See, oftentimes people don't see the road, or they see you where you're at, but they don't know the road that it took, that you traveled in order to get there. The individuals that have achieved certain success in their life, in their relationship, the people that have gained certain financial levels of freedom, they have been willing to do that. So as you sit down at your desk today, I want you to think about certain things that you could be doing. Things that it has to be something that makes you uncomfortable. Things that other people aren't willing to do. Think about that and ask yourself, are you willing to do that? If your goals mean enough to you, you'll do that. I want to close this video with this. I had a few technical difficulties today. Sometimes things don't go as planned. My goal is always to release these videos first thing in the morning, but I had a few problems, a few glitches in the program that I use. But here's my commitment, because many of you have expressed interest in wanting to have me come out to your organization to speak, have me come out to your school to speak, but right now may not be the right time for you. But in the meantime, my commitment is that every Monday I will release these short videos in the hopes that you'll find a little motivation or you'll find a little bit of inspiration. Where I'm sitting at right now, because in case you're wondering about that list that I spoke about earlier, I have everything I wrote down on that list, every single thing I have achieved. The only thing that I fell short, the only thing I don't have is that Persian cat. My son Quincy is allergic to Persian cats, and if it weren't for that, I'd have a Persian cat. But my point is, what are you willing to do? We can have all the things that we hope to accomplish if we're willing to do something extra. Do me a favor, as usual, please comment, share, and like this video, and we'll see you next time.